What's happening, people? Scarface First here, back with another video. Today, my instant match reaction to that impressive but rare 2-0 win over Chelsea. It's not often we get to beat them, so we might as well enjoy it. Before we crack into today's video, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you like it, leave a like and feel free to interact in the comments, because I do read the comments. And also like to thank you for 300 subscribers. The incredible support. The support's been incredible this year, so thank you very much for that. Let's crack into it. First of all, going into it, I said it's never going to be easy up against Chelsea, but this is our best time to beat them. They're in the mud at the moment. They're going into this game bad form. Really struggled under Graham Potter. Yes, they may have 600 million new signings, but it hasn't quite gelled yet, and they just can't put the ball in the back of the net. Before the game, team news, I was glad to see unchanged teams. Glad to see Davis at left wing back, especially knowing Reece James come back into the side. I think that was a good move. I was happy to see Richarlison start again, Skip start again. Yeah, just generally happy, with the team news. And I thought we played really well, and despite Chelsea really good in possession, especially in that first half, they never really looked likely to score, and I think that they could still be playing now and wouldn't have put the ball in the back of the net, still be playing next week and wouldn't put the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, lots of issues for them, but we don't get to beat them a lot, so we got to enjoy it. But overall, I thought it was a really impressive team performance, but we mustn't fault individual performances as well. The likes of Romero, fantastic. Skip, perfect time to score your first goal in his Spurs shirt after 60, 70 appearances he's made. Finally getting his first goal, no better time to do that. Such an important game, London derby against Chelsea, and like I said before, it's a game that if you lose, then it's difficult, because you've got take advantage of both Newcastle and Man United not playing this weekend, and you've got Chelsea who, if they win, that could start their top four comeback. So we had to make sure that they didn't do that, and to win, fantastic. Credit to Luke as well. My on Park podcast for getting the score right. He said 2-0, got it right for the second week running. Because I remember I'm also the co-host of the Park Lane podcast every Saturday. So yeah, credit to Luke for getting the score line correct. Let me know anybody else who got the score line correct in the comments below. But as I said, overall good team performance, but individuals can't fault. As I said, Romero, Skip, also Richarlison. I don't think he's playing in the best position for him. Stack up on the wing, but he just fought so hard. A player looking like he had something to prove. Really, really fantastic. But what I find mind blowing is how Chelsea entered the game with 11 players. Thiago Silva, for me, I think has to be sent off. I think that's questionable. But the main one is Ziyech. That's a clear punch, to Romero and to Emerson. And you can see he clearly meant it. People, on social media jump into Ziyech's defence, including Spurs fans. A few, kind of saying, wasn't deliberate, wasn't intentional. It was. You can see it was intentional. He knew what he was doing, and that reaction, it's a red card. What more do you need? The referee should change his original decision as well. So yeah, I think the referee bottled that, to be honest, and I think the officiating in this country is poor. I'm just glad it just didn't come back to haunt us. Yeah, but he's a player. Chelsea should have been at least down to 10 men in that game. 9 is also, questionable. Yeah, so good result. It's always good to beat them, but this is our best chance to beat them, and we did. So I'm happy with that, and I can perhaps have a more positive frame of mind. Said, didn't I, going into the game, this is an important time for the club. Chelsea, another London derby, coming off the back of winning against West Ham and London derby. You want that consistency. It's always playing Chelsea is a big game, but with our run as well, playing Sheffield United in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup on Wednesday, then Wolves away, then Milan second leg. It's an important time for the club. So I think it was a good win on a weekend where neither Newcastle or United played because of that Carabao Cup final, which saw Man United win their first trophy under Erik ten Hag, if you didn't see that. So I think we took advantage of that. And as I said, I thought Chelsea early on in the game, promising signs, had a few concerns, but we grew into the game at the end of that half. And then second half, what a way to start a half. I know under Conte we've been quick to start in second half, but I've never seen anything like that. And that leads on to really Stellini. fantastic job he's done. 100% win record continues under him. You know, I think he's the man. I said this the other day, fair bit of backlash criticism, but I do think Stellini is the man. Without a doubt, I think he's the man until the end of the season. You know, Conte deserves that break, had a difficult year. I just think Conte perhaps scares them, you know, the players mentally. That makes sense. Like a big elite manager, they feel the pressure, therefore make mistakes, wanting to be perfect. It may sound silly, but it happens. I just think Stellini is a likeable guy, handles the media well. And I just think it has a more positive impact on the players. You know, Conte comes back, we lose 2 games. You know, 4 games now under Stellini this season, stretching back to the group stage against Marseille. You know, we won all 4 and the performance is a lot better. So right now, I'd stick with Stellini until the end of the season. You know, whether he's the man for the long term in the summer, lots of people would say no. I'm not going to rule that out, but it's always a possibility as well. So let me know your thoughts on the performance in the comments below, which is interesting. Obviously, the results, it's a fantastic result. That is all for today's video. Please join me tomorrow for my live stream, Monday 8 PM. I'll be joined by Ben, who I've had on before, and Jude on tomorrow's live stream, live stream, which is the more in-depth, if you like, match reaction for the game. We'll also be previewing a little bit the Sheffield United game, our thoughts going into it on Wednesday. So feel free to join us. And I'm sure you know, we're also now you can listen to the live shows weekly, Monday 8 PM. You can listen to them now on Spotify. I'd also like to announce that I'm very glad to have a new partnership for my channel in Securit VPN. And if you use the code SCARFY at checkout, you get 25% off your first month. I will put the link in the description, so you can go check that out. But yeah, I'm delighted. Massive shout out to Securit VPN. I'm very glad to partner them with this. My first partner for my channel, so I'm very excited about this. So massive shout out to Securit VPN. As I said, use the code SCARFY at checkout to get 25% off your first month. Like that kind of thing, I think it's perfect. So yeah, shout out to them. Cheers guys, and as we always say on this channel, come on you Spurs.